Imagine what it's like out there at the stadium.
Yes, it has been so exciting in all of the days leading up to today, Super Bowl Sunday with the Seahawks and the Patriots ready to take the field now. As soon as we got here, we were in San Francisco because there are parties, experiences, red carpets all throughout the Bay Area. There's interactions, there's exhibits. We were checking some of that out the first day. Red carpets are rolled out, celebrities are here. I saw John Hamm at a lot of things. He hosted the NFL Honors. Cardi B has also been out, a little performances, and she has been rumored as a potential guest for the halftime show with Bad Bunny. We will see. So yes, there's a lot leading. And even today, Teddy Swims, he's going to be performing at a tailgate party that is right here at Levi's Stadium. Guy Fieri has a great food set up as a tailgate party. So the parties all continue right up until that 3:30 local kickoff. Judea.
Okay, that's going to be really exciting for us. And I mean, let's build on that. I imagine that everybody getting out there, they're ready to have a good time. You mentioned, you teased potentially some of the performers there. Fingers crossed for Cardi B. But have you heard a little bit more about who's doing the national anthem, America the Beautiful, all of those songs?
Yes, so we have Coco Jones, Lift Every Voice and Sing, America the Beautiful, Brandi Carlile, and the national anthem, Charlie Puth. He was talking about how musically difficult it is as a song and how he was a little bit nervous. They all were talking about how they're honored to be doing these performances, to have these moments and to soak up these moments today at the game. Judea?
That's going to be exciting too. I'm glad again that you mentioned Cardi B because a lot of things, that's one thing, that's been buzzing around social media is whether or not the halftime performance is going to turn into like a big Latin expression of culture. And so, I mean, you did say you heard her performing. Have we heard anything else about what we could potentially see from the halftime performance?
Yes, well, she was at some parties and,
okay,
you know, of course, sang a little bit. And so everybody's thinking, okay, she's here. She's here in town. She's just in the area. But she is one of the names when people are wondering if Bad Bunny might bring out some guests to join him. He wanted to keep it a surprise. They have a press conference leading up to the big show. And he said he wanted to keep that part a surprise. But what he does promise is a dance party for everyone. He said practice those dance moves. So I really can't wait. I have been practicing and I will be in there in Levi's Stadium to watch him. I'm very excited. Judea?
I mean, Ashley, speaking of practicing, I told our audience that I downloaded Duolingo. I was getting on my Spanish game because I will 100% be singing word for word when he starts performing. Let me ask you this. I do see
fantastic. Yes.
So much fog. We were talking to our meteorologist too about what to expect. Apparently the weather will be nice, but right now it is foggy. Will that impact anything at the stadium?
I really don't think so. Everybody has been here for days. They can't wait for this moment. Yes, I think that there's going to be the tailgates are going to get a great turnout, and I think that everybody has just been waiting for this day. And like I said, the party continues right up until the minute of kickoff.
All right, big question for you here. It's going to be the question that I ask everybody once they start trickling into the newsroom. Who are you rooting for? Do you have a prediction of who might win?
Well, I have to tell you that as we're out here, we're right next to our friends at Fox Seattle. So I will say the Seahawks, but I will also tell you this story that my 8-year-old nephew, who is the biggest football fan, I asked him who I should be rooting for. And he said he has never seen anyone get more points in the playoffs than the Seahawks have. And he then listed the scores. He said 31 and 41. So the kid knows his stuff. I think I'm going to go with the Seahawks. What about you?
He's really good at this.
Eight, I know. But yes, but I was like, who do I ask? And I called him right up.
You asked me.
I think so. Yeah, that's what we think.
You asked me who did I want to see, and of course, yes, I would have loved to have said the Atlanta Falcons, but they're not in the game, and I don't know when we could see them in the Super Bowl next. But I guess the Seahawks. Gotta say the Seahawks.
There you go. All right,
Ashley,
we'll talk tomorrow.
So much fun.
Yeah,
we'll see what actually happens. I'm looking forward to my Super Bowl party tonight, and I'm assuming you're going to get out there and enjoy yourself as well.
I will. Absolutely. Yes. Have fun. Enjoy the party.
All right, Ashley, we'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for joining us here on Fox 5 News Live, all the way from Atlanta. Yeah, we got a pretty big reach out here for you guys as we're trying to continue up to date, keeping ourselves up to date on what's happening with the Super Bowl. All right, coming back here to me in studio, some of the other things that I wanted to make sure that we are all aware of, up to date on. Did you know ICE is expected to make their presence known at the Super Bowl as well? So now
this was the site of the first indoor theme park, which only lasted 6 months. And then in 1987, CNN bought this place, stayed here, and then officially moved out, sadly, in 20.
Cut! Dash! Why are you in G major 36?
Sarah did it again!
Sarah! Did you do this to Dash again?
Oh yeah, yes.
You know what, Sarah? Get the out of here right now.
Fine, I'm sorry.
Alright, Dash. Next take. Major cut! Why is it does respawn for this time?
Sarah did it again!
Last time, Sarah, if you do this to Dash one more freaking time, I'm going to turn you to G major.
Oh great, fine, I'm leaving.
Alright, Dash. Do the next take. Cut. Please play the normal song, please. Next take. Next. Cut. This is not supposed to be blind.
Sarah did it for the last time!
Sarah! Did you do this to Dash for the last time?
Yes.
You know what? I'm turning you to G major. Bam! Turn it to G major.
Really? My voice is G major.
And leave.
Darn it, I'm finally leaving.
Next take.
Just about 100 miles off coast of the western tip of Cuba, about 250 miles southwest of Key West. And when we're talking about aftershocks being felt as far north as the first coast, Florida. So here's the deal, folks. This is something that has happened before, but we haven't seen this magnitude in more than 50 years. In fact, the strongest earthquake on record goes back to 1959 in the Gulf, and that was a 6.4. Today's tried to rival that at a 6.1. Nonetheless, there are no reports of aftershocks in terms of that immediate area that could likely lead to tsunami warnings. We'll keep our eyes on the situation down there and at home, and more updates in our 10 o'clock report.
Jonathan, thanks. A new lawsuit aims to put an end to the UFC fight on the White House South Lawn. The UFC fight card is scheduled for next Sunday. The lawsuit says the fight would violate National Park Service regulations prohibiting sporting events on federal parkland. It also says Congress did not consent to the towering arch overlooking the event space, and no environmental review was conducted before the